Numbers chapter 9. And the Lord spoke to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, during the first month of the 2nd year after their departure from the land of Egypt. He said, Let the children of Israel also observe the Passover at its appointed time. On the 14th day of this month, at evening, you shall observe it at its appointed time. Follow all the rites and ceremonies as prescribed. Moses then conveyed to the children of Israel that they should keep the Passover. And so, on the 14th day of the first month, in the evening, in the wilderness of Sinai, the children of Israel observed the Passover. They followed all that the Lord had commanded Moses, and thus they did. But there were certain men who had become defiled by the dead body of a man, and were unable to keep the Passover on that day. They came before Moses and Aaron on that day, saying to Moses, We have become defiled by the dead body of a man. Why should we be kept from presenting the Lord's offering at its appointed time among the children of Israel? Moses said to them, Wait here, and I will inquire what the Lord commands concerning you. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, If any person among you or your descendants is unclean due to contact with a dead body or is on a distant journey, they shall still keep the Passover to the Lord. On the 14th day of the 2nd month, at evening, they shall keep it. They shall eat it with unleavened bread and bitter herbs. They shall not leave any of it until morning nor break any bone of it. They shall keep all the ordinances of the Passover. But if a person who is clean and not on a journey refrains from keeping the Passover, that person shall be cut off from the community because they did not bring the Lord's offering at its appointed time. They shall bear their sin. And if a stranger dwells among you and wishes to keep the Passover to the Lord, they shall do so according to the ordinance and manner of the Passover. You shall have one ordinance, both for the stranger and the native born. On the day the tabernacle was erected, the cloud covered the tabernacle, the tent of the testimony. In the evening, there appeared over the tabernacle what seemed like fire, which continued until morning. So it was always. The cloud covered it by day and the appearance of fire by night. Whenever the cloud lifted from the tabernacle, the children of Israel would set out on their journey. Wherever the cloud settled, the children of Israel would pitch their tents. At the Lord's command, the children of Israel journeyed, and at his command they camped. They remained encamped as long as the cloud stayed over the tabernacle. When the cloud remained over the tabernacle for an extended period, the children of Israel kept the Lord's charge and did not journey. Whether it was for a few days, a month, or a year that the cloud lingered over the tabernacle, remaining upon it, the children of Israel stayed in their tents and did not set out. But when it was lifted, they journeyed. They followed the Lord's command, resting in their tents when commanded, and journeying as commanded. They faithfully kept the Lord's charge at the Lord's command through Moses.